invite Ms. Savitri, and again, Ms. Savitri is the director in the Department for the Empowerment of Differently Abled and Senior Citizens. Her previous postings, and she has a wide experience, and we were just discussing about it this morning, is as the Registrar of National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, Bangalore, and she's been awarded the Best Bureaucrat Award by ZTV Kannada and the SL Group for the year 2007, and has been a part of the core team for Nevertheless.
My friends on the dance and not the dance, I really congratulate the Fourth Wave Foundation for organizing such a good awareness program, and congratulate all the youth who have participated in this great program and taking the social responsibility. And nevertheless, I am with you and my department is with you. Just run through the demographic figures, what we have got and for the different able people. At the first instance, I want to share that we have changed the name of the department because our aim is to empower the differently abled people, not to give welfare measures to them. Because by empowering only we can build an inclusive society. Therefore, we have changed the name of the department. Earlier it was called the Disabled Welfare Department. Now we have changed the Department for Empowerment of Differently Abled. In Kannada also, earlier it was called Angavikala Kalyana Ilakhe. We thought it is not fair to call them Angavikalaru. We have changed differently abled, and Sabali Karna Ilakhe we have made it. The department aim is to empower the differently abled through education, training, employment, and to create a good atmosphere to empower them. Coming to the population, the differently abled population in Karnataka, in the rural areas we have got 6.61 lakhs. In the age group of 5 to 19, 2.86 lakhs. The age group of 20 to 40, 3 lakhs. More than 70% of the differently abled population is distributed in rural areas only, and 50% of the rural population and 35% of the urban population among the differently abled are still illiterates. And more than 30% of the population falls between the age group of 5 to 19 and 25% of population between the age group of 18 to 40. Against 2.86 lakhs disabled in the age group of 5 to 19, 14,000 differently abled children are enrolled in the special schools and 1.2 lakh children in the normal schools. And the department is providing education, rehabilitation and training, employment and social security. And the department is also running 4 schools for visually challenged at Mysore, Gulbarga, Davangere and Hubli, and 4 schools for hearing impaired at Mysore, Gulbarga, Ballari and Belgaum. And in addition to that, state government is giving financial assistance for 30 special schools and training centers which are being run by the NGOs. And Government of India is also providing financial assistance to NGOs for running 97 special schools throughout Karnataka. And we are giving scholarship for differently abled students from first standard to the university courses, and incentive awards given to the children who secure 60% and above marks in the public examinations. And the department is running a braille press for providing textbooks for visually impaired students from class 1st to 10th standard. And at Mysore there are 2 teacher training centers, and we are now going for upgrading the training centers for visually impaired and hearing impaired children so that the manpower can be developed, because we have shortage of special teachers in all our schools. And the government has provided 5% reservation of all the government posts in the C and D group posts and 3% in A and B group posts, and orders have also been issued. And the other scheme for self-employment, we give 15,000 the capital amount and 20,000 total 35,000 we are giving for under the other scheme. And self-help groups, we have recently, this year we have introduced a Spurti scheme, that is self-help groups, and we give training and also the loans for them to have a good self-employment among the self-help groups in all the taluks. And the National Handicap Finance and Development Corporation functions an apex body for channelizing the funds to differently abled through state channelizing agencies. In our Karnataka, Women Development Corporation is a channelizing agency, and they are promoting economic development activities and self-employment ventures for benefit of differently abled people by providing loan at the lower interest ranges from 2 to 8%. And NHFDC is also extending loan to the students who want to pursue professional and technical education leading to vocational rehabilitation and self-employment, and it assists the income generating activities like loan up to 3 lakhs for setting up small business, loans up to 10 lakhs for agricultural activities, loans up to 3 lakhs for purchase of vehicles for commercial hiring, loans up to 25 lakhs for setting up small industries, and 3 lakhs for self-employment among the mental retarded and CP and autism, and loans up to 7.5 lakhs for technical education in India, loans up to 15 lakhs for study abroad. Under microcredit scheme, loan up to 5 lakh will be provided to NGOs, that is rupees 25,000 per beneficiary at 5% rate of interest. And special rebate of 1% interest is given to the women with disabilities in all the schemes of NHFDC. And all the women beneficiaries are covered under Mahila Samruddhi Yojana. And financial assistance will be provided for skills and entrepreneurial development program. Assistance will be in the form of grants provided to state channelizing agencies. And financial assistance provided to Parents Association for the Mental Retarded to set up income generating activity for the benefit of MR persons. And training and employment scheme for disabled youths in the age group of 18 to 45 years, 6 or 3 months training program for employment and opportunities. As per statistics available, 36,000 have registered their names in the employment exchanges, and according to 11 5-year plan, it's proposed to train 25,000 differently abled persons in computer, customer relations, ETP and vocational trades. And the aids and appliances also we are distributing to the persons, and community-based rehabilitation program is being implemented in 63 taluks. And we have appointed differently abled persons at each Gram Panchayat level to spread the awareness among the differently abled people. Around 5,000 people we have appointed throughout the state. And there are challenges. We are not boasting that we have done an excellent job. There are many things to do by the department, but alone we cannot do. We need the assistance and the advice of all the NGOs who are working in this field. The challenges we are facing is department of the segment of population to make this segment of population more productive and useful and bring them into the mainstream. And lack of awareness and a positive approach and attitudes, and also encouragement in the public and private sector companies about the efficiency of differently abled persons. Lack of capacity building program and lack of taluk and district level networks. And wide gap between private sector and disability rehabilitation, lack of expertise rehabilitation professional manpower, and ensuring equitable access to all disabled persons, and reducing skill mismatch between supply and demand, and diversifying skills development program to meet the changing requirement, particularly of emerging knowledge economy, building true marketplace competencies rather than mere qualification. The challenge is not merely of preparing more skilled persons needed by the industries and service sector, but it's also of ensuring simultaneously that skill development initiatives address the needs of the industry by providing them employable skills. No suitable scheme or project is implemented to cover the entire state and totality. 70% of total population is rural areas. There are numerous types of impairment that impact computer use. The biggest challenge in computer accessibility is to make resources accessible to people with cognitive impairments. Another significant challenge in computer accessibility is to make software usable by visually impaired. It's again a challenge to use computer by a motor and dexterity impairment. This needs modification in the system. Hardware adaptation is required for differently abled. And with this, I want to conclude that I need the support of all the organizations who are working in this field so that we both of us can make a change in the society and develop an inclusive society. Thanks for giving an opportunity to share some of my ideas.